Good morning, everyone, and of course, welcome to another live webinar here at MarketMinds Mastery. I hope everyone is doing great and has a fantastic morning or afternoon if you are somewhere in Asia or in Australia. So let's get started. First with the Australian dollar against the US dollar. And what do we see here? Of course, the price yesterday after the report by the Reserve Bank of Australia that they increased the interest rates by 25 basis points, we were expecting the market and the price to show some strength, right? But look at this, very, very bearish, extremely bearish candle, and that shows how weak this market ended up being. So what on the scope for today? Well, here is a strong area of resistance. That's the accurate point. Some traders, they like to treat this as a zone. Sometimes I also treat it as a zone when the 1 week is very close to each other. And what does it mean, very close to each other? It depends on the currency pair, because we have the indicator, the ATR, the average true range, and on this indicator we can get how much is the range of each currency. Guys, sorry, some people from YouTube say, what's this one on YouTube now? Okay, let's see how it's gonna end up. Alrighty, so back to the charts. On the 4-hour chart now, if I'm trading, my execution, it's based on the Bollinger Bands. So I use Bollinger Bands. That's why you're going to see them quite often on my charts. Price during the Asian session and the Sydney session, it got rejected somewhere here, but we are in between the 20 period and the lower band. Not that much clarity here. On the hourly chart though, price just consolidate around here. It's more bearish than bullish, to be honest, because let's face it, here is the move to the downside, consolidation. So this area here can lead to more decline. So I will be on the watch out for some more sales on this one here. Next one, let's check the euro against the US dollar. Euro against the US dollar, and that's the 1-hour chart. So let's start from the daily. Rejection at the top band yesterday, but price came at this inside support and bounced upward, and that got me a little bit worried about how this currency will perform. Anyway, on the 4-hour chart, we see price is trading below the 20 period moving average, and that's bearish. On the hourly chart though, at 8 o'clock, price closes a bearish engulfing, and just before we start the live, price closed below there. So I will be looking for some 15-minute correction. You see, I drew the downward trend line, and I defined this downward trend line as a tentative because we have 1, 2, 3, and that's the 4th point. If price is going to touch at this trend line, it's going to validate. It's going to validate it, and therefore we can take trades right from the trend line. Okay. So next one is the Great British. Also keep in mind that they're going to be retail sales announcement on the euro. 12 o'clock local time, and we do expect it to see some more weakness on the retail sales, and this can definitely fuel weakness on the euro. Okay. Next one is the Great British Pound against the US dollar, guys, and similar behavior. Price made lower low yesterday on the daily chart. Maybe it's going to come to test the 20 period moving average, and again, I will mark it on my chart. I was from yesterday bearish from the live yesterday. So on the 4-hour chart, some congestion, and we do expect to see a nice break out to the downside. We commented on the live yesterday that here it was at 8 o'clock. Here it was a good entry somewhere there, because we had the pullback on the 15-minute chart with a stop loss about 20 pips and a take profit 5-1, because that was the low of the daily chart. Actually, just a little bit above the dailies. Let me show you here. Here, just above the inside support of the daily. So far, this trade has given, let's use another one. So far, it's on 2.5-1, and it's still moving towards. We do expect it to see the price to decline further today. Next one on the list, it's the Kiwi against the US dollar. And guys, for those who are watching on TradingView, please, and on YouTube, of course, please feel free to leave your comments or any questions. I just send a hello so you can reply back if you want to see any currency pairs. I try to keep this very short. It's morning. We are getting ready to start our trading activity in 1 hour or so. So I prefer to do them as short as possible, just to give you that today's market pause. Next one, New Zealand against the US dollar. Price makes lower highs and lower lows here as well on the 4-hour chart. Congestion around this area in the middle of the band on the 15-minute on 1-hour chart. Again, price needs to decide where it wants to go. Now, from the chart patterns, I would have said that it's more bearish than bullish, and I will be looking to short it. Next one, USD Canadian dollar. Price closed yesterday above the 20 period moving average of the Bollinger Band on the 4-hour chart. We are very bullish here. We closed with bullish engulfing, and this one can end up being a good trade. If we buy here with a stop loss of 22, or let's say 25 pips, we can target this area here, which is 80. So you can mark this on your chart. So that's how we're going to play it today. And again, sometimes the trade may appear on the 4-hour chart, sometimes it may appear on the 15-minute chart. So it just depends if you have a catalyst to take trades. And from my experience and from my coaching experience as well, that I coach traders every single day, I've noticed that unfortunately people, they lack the focus on a strategy. They have a strategy, they have 25 different strategies, but they cannot focus to identify the opportunity. They are to look on one time frame only to find the opportunity. That's a great thing, but the skills of a skillful trader comes along as well with a wider understanding of what's going on and how to take advantage of that. And that's why I'm here, to help you as a certified market technician with more than 10 years experience in active trading and analysis. So I try to make it as simple as possible so you guys understand what you have to understand. So USD/JPY price made a new high from yesterday. It's trying to make a new high. It didn't make it yet. So more bullishness to come. But again, very cautiously with this one, because you see, guys, the Japanese yen, it has these spikes. It can leave these marks, and around London Open especially, price tend to be very unpredictable. So I wouldn't touch that London Open. Next one is the pound against the Japanese yen. What I like here, we are trading almost at this resistance on the daily chart, and from yesterday's price action, that was an inside candle and can end up as reversal. So we keep an eye on the lower time frame for any lower highs, lower lows. So far we spot this symmetrical triangle here at the apex. The price should have breakout, so maybe that's not valid anymore. To the downside, of course. So we keep an eye on that and see what's going to happen. Euro, Japanese yen must be in a similar position. We are right at this resistance, guys. So let's see on this is going to be a good for reversal. If we're going to, you see, we got the first bearish engulfing here on the 4-hour chart. Although the RSI is still around the mark 70, the number 70, but this bearish engulfing here, if we're going to get another bearish engulfing on the 4-hour chart, I'm going to be all over the place to take short side on this one here as well. Which one? Gold. From the beginning of the week, I set it up clear and loud that we're going to look for sell positions. We are not interested to buy. I'm just scrolling on the time frames. That's the 4-hour chart. And finally, the price broke this swing here, and it broke also that swing. So we are moving close to the downside. Let's see on the hourly if we're gonna get looks like a complex pullback like this one here, like this. If we're gonna get another leg like that, maybe a breakout from this point we look here, and we will be looking to sell it. And for the DAX 40, of course, on the daily chart, it was a little bit weird. Price, it's in a downtrend. If you guys use the FIB tool, you can see that price stop. It's been 3 days now. We are selling 2 days, actually. That's the third one. We are selling the DAX only because the price stopped at the 61.8% of the FIB. Let's see today what's going to happen. I didn't like that yesterday we had a bullish candle, but again, a bullish candle on the daily means correction on the lower time frame on the hourly chart. Okay, so here it was the correction here, and then price keep moving lower. So what I mark here is the daily low. If price is going to break below this low, definitely we're going to keep looking for shorts until this low of the hourly time frame. If we penetrate this lower point here, then we're going to look for this low here, this low there. We're going to be on the next webinars tomorrow, and we're going to see how this market will develop. Okay, guys, I don't see any questions coming in. That's all from me today. I wish everyone to have a fantastic trading day ahead, and I look forward to see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much.